Hello everyone and welcome to another video from Coffee and Video Games. Again, it's me Antonio, and today I'm going to be building my first actual computer from the ground up. If you guys watched the last video, we upgraded an Optiplex to use as a bit of an entry level gaming computer, and this time we're actually building a gaming computer from the ground up. This is my first official build. I hope you guys enjoy it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the parts. So starting off, I'm going to be using this motherboard. It's an MSI B85M Gaming. I found it on Craigslist for 20 bucks. And this is actually kind of the starting point of our project. I figured it would be a good deal, so I snagged it. It looked pretty good. I made sure all the pins for the CPU were not bent, and it was overall a good deal. The only thing I noticed, and I didn't realize it until after I got home, is that here where the RAM memory goes, I don't know if you can really see it on the video, but some of the latches are broken, which shouldn't really affect the performance of the computer in any way, shape, or form. Let's just hope everything works okay. The IO shield I had to buy separately; it wasn't included. That one I got for $2.50 off of eBay. So yeah, there's that. And here we have the RAM memory that we're going to be using. So it's two different sets. First one I bought is a G-Skill Ripjaws X. It's a set of 8 gigabytes, so each stick is 4 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM. That set cost me $20 for both sticks of 4 gigabytes each. And then the other set I'm using is actually a Samsung DDR3, also an 8 gigabyte set. So each stick is also 4 gigabytes. And that one I got for only 15 bucks. Then we have here our graphics card, which is a Zotac GTX 960. It's actually the 4 gigabyte model, not the 2 gigabyte, which we managed to snag for only $56 off of Mercari using a coupon I had laying around. Then we can jump to our power supply, which, as you can see here, is an EVGA 600 watt bronze rated. This one we bought for $50 off of Newegg. However, there was a promo going on, and I managed to get a $15 rebate on it. So technically, I only paid $35 for it. And here we have our main hard drive, which, as you can see, is an ADATA Ultimate 240 gigabytes. This one I bought brand new on eBay for only $27. I do have planned to get another hard drive, hopefully a 1 or a 2 terabyte, to use as an actual memory hard drive, but for now this is what we're going to be using. Our CPU, you probably can't see that well because of the quality of my phone's camera, but it's an Intel Pentium G3258, clocked at 3.2 gigahertz. This one we got for only $24 on eBay. Then we have here the CPU cooler, which is a Cooler Master i71C. Again, this one actually came off of Newegg, and we got it for 10 bucks, which is pretty neat because it's actually an RGB CPU cooler, so it lights up. And the last and most exciting part, in my opinion, was this beautiful case by NZXT H500i. It does come with integrated RGB as well, and it's, even though the box looks in horrible conditions, it is brand new, sealed, and it also came from eBay. This one we only paid 65 bucks for. Alright, so if you guys have been keeping track of the pricing and stuff, the grand total of everything here that I bought and I'm using for this build is $275. I did try to price each thing separately online to get an idea of the retail price. Usually these motherboards run around 50 bucks or so. So I guess it wasn't all that great of a deal, especially if it's damaged. But starting there, you can usually get one used for around $50 online. Um, the G Skill RAM, I was able to find it, or most places where I looked, I found it for around $35. And then the RAM, the Samsung RAM that I bought, same thing. The average price is roughly around the $30 mark. And then, well, as I mentioned, the actual price for the power supply is $50. So that's that. The hard drive I'm using usually retails for around 35 bucks. The CPU, I'm sorry, the eBay trend price is around $30. The CPU cooler that I'm using, same thing. The eBay average price is around $25. And the best value we got was actually the case, because I only paid $65, but normally those run around $100. Now, the box that I showed you guys displays the white one, or a white version of that case. I'm actually going to be using a black one. Ideally, I wanted to get one that is black and red, but I couldn't find a good deal on it, so I couldn't get it for lower than the $100. Yeah, now let's get to the fun part, which is putting everything together. As I said, this is my first actual build from the ground up. Let's hope everything works, and let's hope I don't break anything. So this is where things got a little bit overwhelming. As you can see, I have the case now without both panels, so I could put in the power supply and the motherboard. But there's plenty of cables on the case that need to be obviously connected. So I'm gonna start working on that, and I'll show you guys the progress on where I'm at. Alright, so the power supply is now in, and now we're gonna try to put the motherboard in, so we can start plugging things in. And from here on to the rest of the video, It's gonna be a little different. Unfortunately, the thing I was using to hold my phone broke. But anyway, I'll be posting updates each step I take. So our motherboard is finally in, and it's starting to look more like an actual computer. So now let's get started with plugging stuff. So at this point, I've connected just about everything. This is what the back side, I guess, is gonna be looking like. There's our SSD. Um, yeah, there's a little switch there that controls the CPU fan. I hope I'm able to leave it in one setting and just kind of leave it there, because it would be kind of inconvenient to have to take it off and or take the panel off and on whenever I wanted to switch the setting. But yeah, let's turn the computer around and we'll work on putting our graphics card, and after that we'll give it a shot and see if it actually turns on. Alright guys, so this is what it's currently looking like. Graphics card and everything put together. Obviously it's just missing the front glass panel, but I'm pretty sure I got everything down. Um, One thing I forgot to mention before, I did have a problem with the IO shield. The one they sent me was not the correct size, so I had to put it on without the IO shield, which I honestly don't like how it looks. But I guess I'll have to wait till the new one comes here and install that at some other point. But for now, this computer should turn on and function as it should. So let's go ahead and test it. Let me just put on the glass panel and we'll try turning it on. Alright, so there it is with the glass panel on. I just plugged it into the power, and I noticed there's a little light here, which is a good sign. I'm very hopeful. But I guess here's the moment of the truth. So it looks like something went wrong somewhere. I'm gonna go investigate, and I'll be right back with you guys. All right, everyone. I am back with what seems to be a working computer now. Um, it's actually been a couple of days. I've been testing, trying different things. Surprisingly, well, not really surprisingly, because it is an older motherboard, but it seems like there's not a whole lot of support on it anymore. I tried switching around the RAM sticks to see if that would get it to boot up. I tried unplugging things and plugging things back in. Basically, took the whole thing apart and then put it back together, off camera, of course. And now I'm back. I just tried to turn the computer on and it booted up without the whole 16 gigabytes of RAM, using just the jaw skills. I'm sorry, the G skill RAM, and without the GPU, the graphics card. It booted up. I managed to get into the BIOS. So I was very excited. And now I put everything back together. And I have my fingers crossed. Hopefully, I haven't tried to turn it on again since I put everything back together. So, once again, let's go ahead and give it a shot. And time for the moment of the truth to see if everything is going to work or not after all. I was very concerned that the problem might be the motherboard, because I couldn't at the moment find another one at a decent price that would fit the current equipment that we have. But anyway, yeah, let's give it a shot. Little countdown. 3, 2, 1, and let's power it up. Uh-oh. Oh, It might be alive. Okay, let's wait and see if we get a signal from our graphics card. Earlier, I had the HDMI connected directly to the computer, not to the graphics card. All the fans are spinning. Can we get a signal? Okay, maybe let's try to turn it off and on again. Okay, so the fans are spinning and the keyboard is lit up, and so is the mouse and the case. It looks like we're gonna have to take something apart again. Maybe let's try switching the HDMIs. Okay, so it looks like things are not working again. They're working more than they were before, but not completely there yet. Let's go offline and try to figure it out. Alright, I am back again. As you can see, I'm currently installing Windows. So for some reason, the graphics card, it is being detected by the motherboard because I checked in the BIOS and it does detect it. It detects the RAM memory just fine. Everything is in. My current assumption is that maybe I need to update the BIOS and I need to update the driver for the graphics card. So I'm just gonna wait for Windows to install, and once it's installed and ready to go, we'll try updating some stuff maybe to see if we can get the graphics card to actually work. So we are back for the third and hopefully last time. Um, I figured out what was going on with the GPU. I needed to upgrade the drivers. That's the reason it wasn't powering up, or not the GPU. Yeah, the GPU, the graphics card. The drivers were outdated. So one mistake I did make is I forgot to buy a USB Wi-Fi adapter since this computer is currently not connected to the internet. So I took it to the living room where I have my router, and I actually connected it, wired it, or connected it to the internet. So as far as I can tell, currently it turns on. I did take advantage of the fact that I was over there and I downloaded it, a few games and benchmark testing software. Another thing I forgot to mention is I do have planned to get another hard drive, one for actual data. I currently just have the one SSD, but I will be upgrading that memory. But anyway, let's fire it up and do some benchmark and testing. So, oh, it might help if I actually turn on the power supply. It's the first time I do see it on this monitor. Ah, there it is. So we are in. It's alive, finally. So there we are. This is actually my first time using an SSD, and right away I noticed how quick it boots up, and I absolutely love it. It doesn't take longer than 30 seconds at the most to boot up. Let me move the camera so you can actually see what's going on. I think that's better. So at this point in the video, I was gonna start doing some benchmarks, like the Haven engine and stuff like that. But I ran into issues because I didn't have a Wi-Fi adapter, and as I mentioned in the video, my internet was located in the living room.
But I was able to run games like The Witcher 3, Assassin's Creed Unity in 1080p at around medium settings, getting about 30 frames per second. So they were playable. I would consider this kind of like a medium range gaming PC. This video actually took place about a year ago. Since then, I've built about five more computers, learned tons more. I'm currently running a computer with a Ryzen 5 2600X and a RX 5500 XT 8 GB. But thank you again for watching. If you enjoyed the video, learned anything, please leave a like, share, subscribe, and once again, thanks for tuning in with Coffee and Video Games.